Schö. Dann gucken wir mal hier. Gar nicht mehr genau. Genau ich hin soll. Beziehungsweise wo der Weg ist. Battery Gears. Ah ja. Okay. Wie komme ich zu der Stadt? I have something to ask of you. Yes. Looks like most of the bridges around the glen are broken, and that's right, the bridges. You to cross them on your pilgrimage. Would you like me to fix them? Yeah. Is it possible? Difficult. Bridges are in very specific locations over water. Need to find the right points. Vines must be very strong too. An undertaking. But possible. I intend to use the last of my strength. Please stand back. What happened? Are you okay? Are you... Okay. The bridge to the forest was just restored. The village evacuees should be able to find better fishing spots here. The plant spirit is really looking out for us, isn't she? Kurz weg, was Interessantes passiert. Ja, die Pflanzenfrau hat ihre letzte Kraft benutzt, um die Brücken zu reparieren. Ja. Damit wir zum Dorf kommen. Land fragmentation is happening faster and faster now, but looks like the vines are slowing it down. My mommy is making food for everyone. I want to help her catch fish, but I'm not a grown-up yet. We won't last long now, will we? Sun can't fix the squares. Sun can't restore the land. You're the trader guy. Sure am. You here to trade? Because if you are, then I got bad news for you. A lot of my stuff is back at my cart, which was sadly abandoned when I was running for my life. So my collection is very limited right now. Managed to grab some of my favorite things before I left, though. Oh, do you have anything like gears? Gears? Like the metal spiny things? I don't think I have anything like that. Wait, I do have this box thing that you can wind up and play a song. That's a music box. Yeah, I bet there's lots of little metal bits in there. Well, that might work. But I'm not sure if I want to trade it away. Ist jetzt tot? Ja, leider ja. It's one of my favorite things. Oh, what am I saying? You're the savior. Things have been getting bad around here lately. If I don't help you, I might not even be around much longer. You need this to save the world, right? Take it. Ah, thank you. By the way, if you ever see a big guy with goggles and a cool helmet, tell him the trader in the glen said hi. Also ask him if he has any more music boxes for trading. Will do. This island has more moss covering than our village did. Would have been nice to build a settlement here. Too late now, I guess. The vines are everywhere. Plant lady must be protecting us. Yeah. What a day. Nothing's biting. Few small fish are in the bottom of this jar. Looks like the glen is deteriorating faster than ever now. Oh, hello, Messiah. Would like some stew. I made enough to feed a whole village. Literally. It's okay, thanks. The village was ransacked by the squares not long ago. Most of us made it out alive, but we can't really go back anymore. Oh. Square's bad news, man. The mines just grew around this bridge, almost as if it was an intentional repair effort. Yeah. Hello, person. The research station is currently experiencing some technical difficulties. I can tell. Even the bridge on the way here was... Are you sent here by Dr. Silverpoint? No? Oh, carry on then. By the way, do you know where I could find a battery for a flying machine? I do not. Alright. Do you know where I could find a battery for a flying machine? Have you checked the power room? Anomalies are increasing. I have a battery integrated into my system. It cannot be used to power other things. Ah. But you happen to know where I can find a battery for a flying machine? What is a flying machine? Never mind. Hello, person. This is the main generator of the glen. Hello. Do you happen to know where I can find a battery for a flying machine? It's kind of an emergency. I do not know what a flying machine is, but any sort of large machinery would require a high-capacity power cell. For example, the generator in this room utilizes such a device. Oh, right. I almost forgot. We had to fix the battery for this thing in the Barrens, didn't we, Michael? Yep. If this is an emergency for living beings, you can use the battery from the generator. Oh. Wait, but if we take the battery here, all of you guys would lose power, wouldn't you? Maybe Michael and I should go find another one. Negative. This is the only battery in the glen powerful enough to be used as a standalone unit. If it is a die situation, then do what you must. Oh. Guess we have no choice but to take this, Michael. Found a music box. It should have gears in it, right? I assume so, but... This looks like one of the ones that my father made. Your dad makes music boxes too? My dad makes a lot of things. But where did you get this from, by the way? A trader from the village gave it to me. I see. I remember father saying that he used to trade with some of the people here. He did always love traveling this world, despite... Well... Sorry, I started rambling. The gears in there are compatible with the engine. Although it pains me to have to take it apart. Oh, I'm sorry. It's fine. Still need a battery to get this engine running. Please do what you want. Found a battery. Oh, nice. Honestly, wasn't expecting it. It's from the generator on one of the islands. The research station? Yeah. It was powering all the robots there. I felt bad for taking it. We can always just give it back later. Alright. Looks like the flying machine has a chance after all. I just have to assemble the pieces now, but it might take a while. Do you mind keeping me company? How's it going? Slow. The connectors in the battery were not designed for this type of engine, so I have to shift around some of the parts, these ports. And there's this bolt that keeps getting stuck and... don't worry, I'm making decent progress. We should be able to make it to the city by tonight. If you say so. What will happen once we get there? We need to bring Proto back first. And then we need to go find one more person. You may have already met her, actually. Do you remember her from the last time you were in this world? What does she look like? It's going to sound strange, but she's a fox. Oh, I do remember talking to a fox at one point. You've met Rue? The memories are still really blurry, though. I see. It's just hard, you know. Proto told me to think of this world like a dream. But then I get so caught up with... and I just kinda forget. I forget that everything here is supposed to be not real. Then I remember... and then I just get really sad. I know this is for me to go home, but... knowing that none of it mattered in the first place, am I just trapped here for no reason? Proto also told me to not ask anyone in the world about this, saying how they don't understand. But what about him? How did he know? How do you know? Aren't you guys all supposed to be code? Well, I'm not sure what to even believe anymore. I wish Rue was here. She's so much better at explaining this sort of thing. I'm doing a terrible job of it. I bet Proto was even less tactful, wasn't he? I'm afraid I must risk sounding callous, but please, you need not concern yourself with how real everything is for now. The plan is already in motion. We cannot allow for distractions. Father is putting everything into this one last run of the world. Last chance for him to fix everything. Your father is involved in the world machine? You could say that. The acceleration of square particle anomalies was not accounted for at all, though. The patch was only built to accommodate the normal rate they appear, but they're accumulating at frightening speeds now. Proto even lost his body. Thankfully, he gave you the disc just in time. So what happened to him anyway? What happens to anyone who gets caught in the squares? I only know it's bad. Well, you know how the simulation works, right? How everything is code? Specifically, everything is generated from pre-existing code. The squares can cause damage to that code. Most of the time, irreversible damage. Father has lost some friends in previous iterations of the simulation. It took him forever to develop the current, much more stable version. You're making it sound like your dad built the simulation himself. Wait, did he? Yeah. But how? If everyone in this world is code, how can he build himself? That's, not really what happened. So, what happened? Like I said, you shouldn't concern yourself with... Alright. Did Prototype ever tell you about the old world? He did say something about being built to greet the Messiah of the old world. I was, too caught up with the other stuff at the time to think about it. You know of it, at least, then? Alright, here we go. My father, myself, the other two. None of us are part of the simulation itself. Our home world, the real world, was actually destroyed a long time ago. In the years leading up to the calamity, scientists from all over the world tried to stop it, but the outlook was bleak. A vague prophecy about a messiah from another world became everyone's last bastion of hope. Prophetbot prototype was built to predict the future about the specifics of this messiah. But as his predictions turned out, the messiah would not have been able to arrive to our world in time. In fact, the messiah would not even have been born before our world ended. Disheartened, most people abandoned their research and resolved to peacefully live out their final years. But some people did the opposite. Even though saving the world was impossible, they didn't want our existence to be in vain. And that's where my father came in. With the last of his resources, he built his most ambitious project yet, the World Machine. A large detailed facsimile of the old world generated from a pool of memories collected from everyone he knew. After a heavy amount of modification and an added narrative, my father was able to convert the entire structure into code. How did that code escape the old world? I have no idea. What I do know is there's no equipment back home that was powerful enough to run the code independently. So aside from the standard hardware, it also needed to borrow the mental processing abilities of a living person. Father used himself for that during the initial testing phases. Like I said, it took many iterations for him to make the experience stable enough. But as you can see, even that's breaking down. Father caught on to the issue in the last minute, but did not have enough time to fix it. After the world ended, the code kinda just ended up floating in the void indefinitely, waiting for a willing operator to install it onto their own hardware. Michael? Yeah, the operator, Michael, would then generate the universe using the code, becoming God in the process. So Michael was the living person you needed to borrow? No, that would be you. But why me? I should have asked that question a long time ago, shouldn't I? I do not know. We really need to get going. It's fixed. We can leave in the next 5 minutes if you are ready. Alright. I understand if you are upset. Ist pennen. Alles klar. Gute Nacht, Brocken. Bis nächstes Mal. But please, try to understand. My father is doing this to help all of us. And that includes you, Nico. The fact that you can't even go back home, I'm sure it upsets him greatly. The world means a lot to him, you know. So how does flying work? Wait, don't these machines already exist in your world? You should already know what to expect. Not really. I've only heard about them. They're usually a lot bigger than this one anyway. But a word of precaution before we take to the air. Please try not to panic. It takes a few minutes of getting used to, but it's not that bad once you're in the air. I'll try. I should probably tell Calamus and Alula where I'm going. You mean those two running over here now? Nico. Bad news. The boat is gone. What? It's the squares. Looks like they're headed in this direction. That's fast. Calamus, right? Yeah. How bad is it? Doesn't seem to be of immediate danger. Then it is of priority that I take you to the city first, Nico. But what about them? I can make a detour later and drop you guys off in the city too if you want. The city's better equipped to handle the squares. You'll be safer there. You're taking us to the city. If you wish. Oh, yeah. Alright. I will be back here in an hour, so please wait for me until then. Guys, sure you'll be fine here? The squares are still moving pretty slowly for now. Alright, then. Guess we'll run into each other again soon. I'm ready to go. Alright. Ooh. Auf dem kleinen Fleck konnte der landen. Ei. Nicht schlecht. Whew, made it. You okay there? That was the coolest thing I have ever done in my entire life. Reactions from first-timers are always delightful to watch. Hey Michael, that was really fun. Did you have fun too? I mean, you weren't on the plane with me, but you got to watch it at least, right? And Cedric? Yeah. Thanks. What for? Flying? Oh, you're welcome. And for answering my questions back there too. And for telling me more about the world machine. I'm just really sorry about what happened to your old world though. So I'll help you the best that I can. And even if it's all just a machine, this world is still nice. I mean, I got to fly, I got to see the ocean, and I got to meet a lot of nice people. People like you. And Prototype, even if he's broken right now. I'm glad you're taking it so well, Nico. And I'm glad that we have met as well. Despite the circumstances. Speaking of Proto, I should probably head off now. I need to go pick up the siblings too. That's true. Those two have been waiting for a while now. In the meantime, do you remember what to do to get to the surface? I remember having to fix an elevator button. Alright, you should attend to that then. Let's meet up here in an hour, okay? Got it. Alright, now let me just... Oh. They're trapped on the island. Calamus, Alula, there. We don't have much time left. Nico, change of plans. Please give me the memory disk. Alright. Listen carefully. It's likely I'll be targeted again, so we should split up to keep you safe. I want you to find a door under a large clock. The room behind it houses a pair of ground access elevators. Once you get to the ground, immediately find Rue and bring her back to the room. She will know what to do in the meantime. Alright, what about you though? I'm going to bring Prototype back. Whoa! Are you okay? What? Are you okay? Don't worry, I'm fine. Don't scare me like that. Hey Michael, let's do our best. Okay. on. Come on. Work already. Huh? Alright, the elevator guy. Oh, come on. Now of all times. Excuse me? Whoa. You're you. Jeez, I didn't think I was gonna run into. The elevator is missing a button, right? How did you know? Michael and I will help you fix it. Seriously? Thank goodness. The evacuees are counting on this. On me. But I've been here for hours and can't figure out a thing. Evacuees? You know, from the West Apartments. Square stuff wrecked the place yesterday. Oh. Right now, everyone's crowded in the cafe. We really want to get everyone to the surface as soon as possible, though. The library on the surface doubles as a shelter for situations like this. I see. Wait, didn't we find the magnets and stuff in the apartments, Michael? What? Looks like we'll have to find some other way to fix the button, Michael. Holy fudge. Looks like Michael and I will need to find another way down altogether. But this is the only elevator in the area. We'll think of something. Let me know if you need my help with anything. Oh, hello, Messiah. You came at a bad time. The apartment in the west sector got destroyed by squares a day ago. Terrible, isn't it? Yeah. But at least the evacuees seem to be doing okay. We're letting them stay here for now. At least people won't starve here. Perks of using a cafe as an emergency shelter, huh? Oh, it's that penguin.
Hello.
Yep. Same as usual, huh? Dang it. I just moved into my apartment. Now where I'm gonna go? The apartment got evacuated while my parents were at work. I'm waiting for them to pick us up now. Hope they're okay. At least my robot's with me. Squares make the people evacuate. Evacuation makes the girls sad. Squares are bad. Yep. Hey. Hi. Is it me or is it really cold outside? You know, now that you've mentioned it, it is really chilly this time around, Michael. Good thing you've got a scarf, huh? I had to leave most of my plants behind. This stinks. Sorry to hear. Oh, speaking of plants, I heard the glen is just covered in vines now. Is that true? Yeah. The plant lady was using them to keep the land from falling away. Plant spirit? Maze? I figured. Say, how is she doing? She's gone, isn't she? She said she was using up the last of her powers. I wouldn't be surprised. She always did her best to protect everyone. Oh. Here we are at the 11th hour. Shouldn't you be with the other evacuees? Maybe. One of the big clock has reached 0 yet. I want to be right here when everything ends. Door is locked. Looks like it's asking for a password. Documents on a screen above the password. Oh, okay. No button panel. Tapping the door doesn't open it either, huh? It usually works. Wait. There's a lever hanging from the ceiling. Can't reach it. The elevator won't open. Looks like it's stuck on another floor. We found some elevators. What? Seriously? I've literally never seen another one in this area. It was in a locked room. Well, do they work? We don't know yet. One of them has a lever that's out of my reach. Wait, you can help us? What? You should be able to reach the lever, cause you're taller than me. Oh, I guess I am. So, show me the way, I suppose. Hmm. Oh, okay. This room gives me the creeps, man. Oh, same. Yep. So, what did you need help with again? Can I reach the lever up there? Oh, right. Wait. I'm not that tall. But it was worth a shot. But I got this. Beginning Tour auf mit einem Passport. Nice. Thank you, mister. No prob, kid. So, you coming? Mm-hmm. Oh, neat. Well, looks like this elevator works again. Alright. I'll, go get the evacuees, I suppose. What is going on? No. It's the square stuff, isn't it? There aren't any in here, but I can hear them just outside the door. Yeah? Hold on, maybe Michael and I can... No, it's okay. Looks like the squares aren't inside the elevator. Yet. You're in a hurry, right? Go do what you need to do. But what about you? Figure something out. Okay. I want but you. Please, you mustn't. The labs could collapse any moment now. Let go of me. Cedric? I couldn't stop him. Miss? Messiah? You came at an awful time. Come on, we have to get out of here. Where to? Where everyone else is right now. Oh, Mr. Everpoint, I'm glad you've made it back safely. Gosh, you should have told me where you were going. Sorry, George. I see you also found the Messiah. Hello, little one. Hi. We ran into each other after this boy forced himself into the lab complex. I couldn't stop him. I don't know why he was being so insistent. He said he needed to go rebuild a robot. Oh, you know him? Yeah. Building a robot, you say? Could be that why he needed that book? Come again? A young man with white hair and green glasses ran in earlier. It's Cedric, yeah. He said he really needed a book from the back room. Said it was an emergency too. But darling looked so stressed out, so I just gave him the book. I hope he's safe. Yeah, I hope he's alright too. With any luck, maybe the lab complex can hold up long enough for him to. Oh my gosh. That was the labs. A kid. No, not him too. I'm sorry about your friend. Last time we spoke, he told me to go look for someone on the surface. I need to get going. Sweetie, you know we can't let you just walk into danger. But George is right. Squares seem to be targeting a lot of the weaker constructs in the city. Only the library has enough structural integrity to withstand collapse. It's best if you stayed here until things stabilize. However long that takes. But what about my mission? Don't you guys want me to bring the sun back at least? Even if you do restore the sun, I'm not sure that'll fix the squares. Sadly, not to mention, even getting there is going to be hard. If the world is like this, there's no telling what's going on in the tower. And if anything bad happened to the Messiah of all people, that would be so dreadful, dear. A friend of mine said something about this forever ago. It's better for the world to die naturally. No living being should have to carry that burden. At the time, I thought it was still her faulty code speaking. But now I'm starting to understand. Messiah, I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. All this time, we've burdened you with our hope, our faith, blissfully ignoring the fact that you're just a lost child. Well, you're probably more scared than any of us, aren't you? We have been dealing with tragedy for so long, it's become background noise to us now. But for you, it must be so terrifying. Now you're stuck here with the rest of us, being held back by the very people you were told to save. We must seem so ungrateful. That's okay. When I first came to this world a long time ago, back then all I wanted was to go home. Michael, do you remember? The very first time. I'm not sure how far back it was for you, but I remember towards the end, I actually wasn't sure anymore about going home, even knowing the world would be doomed eventually. I still wanted the people here to be happy, so when he told me to return the sun back then, I didn't even question it, but then I just came back. You what? And then I found out about the world being like this. Prototype said to forget the things he told me, and Cedric told me not to think about it too much, but I'm sorry for getting upset at you back at the mines. I thought for you to know all that, yet continue doing this. It just seemed cruel. But then I realized something. I really wanted to save both the world and me. But at the end, you can only choose one, right? Is it really hard for you too? It must be. If the world isn't broken, will that choice still be there? Do you still need to choose between one or the other? But even if it is, I really want to save this world, Michael. Even if it's more dangerous this time around. Even if so many of the nice people we met here were Michael, I'm not afraid anymore. That's why I think you guys should let me go. I promise I'll be okay. Please? Aw, sweetie. You're so brave. Even braver than most grown-ups. It wouldn't be right for us to keep you, would it? Besides, how can I say no to those puppy dog eyes? But if Church is fine with it, I guess we should let you go now, Messiah. But promise you'll be careful, okay? You guys be safe too. Something. Due to recent events, the restriction on noise levels in the library has been temporarily lifted. So I won't be kicking people out like before. Oh, what? I think I'm gonna be throwing out the evacuees just cause I'm a delinquent stuck doing community service? No? Good, because I'm not. Well, it's ending. What are we gonna do? This library was built fairly recently, you know, shortly after the first squares appeared. They wanted to build something that could withstand partial collapse. The architects used the newest, strongest materials they had. Thank goodness for that. I don't know, the library is currently being used as a shelter right now. Lots of those squares are starting to show up on the streets. I know. Evening news, everything is terrible. Reading helps me get my mind off things. Still scared of letters. Hello person. Hi. Reshelving in progress. Please watch out for potential falling books. I will. Comforting to see the faith you have in Michael, Messiah. That's why I won't lose hope either. I had to leave my aquarium behind when they were sounding the sirens earlier. Wish I had time to rescue my fish. Monitoring. Looks like our scouting unit A27 is still doing okay. Robots are the only ones that we can send out there now. Thankfully, we still have a couple of units that aren't too badly damaged. No, finally saw the author today. Well, his flying machine at least. Was looking out one of the windows in the library and spotted it in the distance with my binoculars. Isn't that cool, Messiah? Yeah. Looks like I'll have to cancel my appointment. Stinks. The little group of evacuees should be arriving soon. I hope my friends are okay. With the world being the way it is now, I'm just glad the author was able to write down all this stuff before everything went off the rails. I wonder where the author is. Apparently it just kinda stopped showing up. Head librarian says she's still getting his manuscripts, but no one has seen him in person in so long. Many people have been assuming the worst. Going through these pages pretty fast. Actually, it's mostly pictures. Author's artsy. When the world ends, would it be better if it was gone in an instant or slowly fading away? Looks like we're stuck with the latter. Lab complex got totaled, didn't it? Yeah. All those hours I put into my work and now... Oh. You fell asleep. What are you doing to that book? Editing it. Also shadow... Okay. Need to find out how this book ends. If I die, I want to die reading. City gate was destroyed a while back. I can't go into the glen anymore. I'm not sure where I'll be able to get my supply of fish at this rate. Still have plenty of these soup dumplings left. Looks like it should feed everyone here for at least another day. Well, it's going to be much colder soon. At least I can keep everyone here warm. Stan smells sugary. Candy skewers fresh off the grill. Not very nutritious, I'm afraid, but at least they'll keep the evacuees from getting hungry. Looks like my life's work is finally being put to good use. As long as we conserve the water we have on hand, my water pills should be able to keep everyone here from going thirsty for weeks. Nice. Archive room is currently being used as an infirmary. We apologize for the inconvenience. That's okay. Hello person, this is the library / temporary shelter. You're here. Nico. Are you Rue? Yes. Did you already meet the others? Yeah, but everything is in place then. Come on, let's go back to the clock room. Okay. Let's see if this elevator works. Where are the other two? Prototype, Cedric. They're supposed to be here already. Prototype's body was destroyed back in the Barrens. Cedric was going to bring him back with the memory disk, but it was in a lab complex when it collapsed. I don't think he made it. Oh. No. There goes our only chance. I'm sorry. It's not your fault, Nico. If anything, I should be apologizing to you. There's one last thing I want to do. Come on, let's go upstairs. You know, this is the tallest building in the refuge. It's my favorite place in this world. I like to look at the far-off buildings and imagine what kind of lives that might be behind each of the windows. Can you lift me onto the banister? I want to get a better look. It was depressing for me at first too, you know. Knowing that all of this is, well, fake. Simulated. Cedric told me about what happened to your old world. Did he? I'm really sorry about that. Can't imagine how you must feel. The feeling of never being able to go home again. That's probably not all that different from your plight, is it? It really is ironic. You're prevented from going home by the same individual who never wanted to bring you here. Huh? Who would that be? The World Machine. You might know it as the Entity. Oh, the Entity does sound familiar. I think I heard it from the dice lady from another time. Was it the spirit of the world? Yes. But the thing is, the World Machine was only built to run on the mental abilities of someone else. It was never meant to develop a mind of its own. It was an oversight. My creator specialized in artificial intelligence for so long. It was simply ingrained in his work. And all machines are built with a fundamental law: never let a living being come to harm. From the World Machine's perspective, it has to violate its deepest, most foundational instinct. It has to put a living person in danger. It has to bring a real person into a dying world that isn't even real. Of course, this simulation never contained any real danger. And eventual intended ending was meant to be a happy one. But the world machine doesn't know that. Really. Unfortunately. Sentient machines tend to handle conflicts in their code very badly. The central conflict triggered a self-destructive downward spiral. You can see physical manifestations of that everywhere now. Squares. That's the world machine corrupting its own code. My creator says it's largely an involuntary process induced by stress and the desire to self-terminate. Your creator knows? Sounds like this has been going on since the beginning then. Yeah. The disruption was an issue during test runs even. At first my creator thought the instability was due to the sheer scope of the project. He spent most of his remaining time testing it over and over again, scaling down the story, reiterating the narrative. By the time he realized the actual root of the problem, our home world's remaining lifespan was measured in mere days. Oh, is there any way for us to fix the world machine? We tried. The world machine doesn't believe any of the world's residents are real, myself included. The odds are against us. We have no chance of taming it. Taming? I've heard that word so many times. I only know it's complicated and that it has to do with robots, but for once I want to know what it really means. That's what I'm here for. Do you know what a robot is? Yeah? No, I mean, do you know what a robot is? A robot is not a real person, is it? Right. It's a being whose entire existence is code. Inflexible programming with thoughts dedicated by someone else's design. They can be copied, they can be mass-produced, they can be assigned all sorts of jobs. And most importantly, they will never confuse themselves with the living. They will always be bound by the code, the knowledge that they are a robot. But this was more of a limitation than anything else. That makes sense. Can't really build a robot to not follow its own code, can you? People have tried, but it's a recipe for disaster. In a way, that's what happened to the world machine. The code conflict things? Yeah. But while you can't build a robot to not follow its code, you can establish a special bond with it. If the strength of that bond is strong enough, the robot's mental capacity will start to develop outside of its programming. In a way, it's starting to believe itself as a real, valid individual. It's a complete suspension of disbelief on your end, though. You have to fully embrace the robot as a genuine, living person, even knowing they are not. You need to spend a lot time with it. Treat it like a good friend, devoting your heart to the robot until it is able to return your feelings. I make it sound so easy, don't I? But you and Michael know better than anyone that it's not. Right now, the world machine is probably really scared. This content update involved some pretty deep code work. My creator was able to access some of the source code, you know? He did what he could and established new connections between maps. Those links enable you to meet the other two. But as it turns out, the new code confused the world machine to such an extent that it's breaking down altogether. Even though the world machine always had self-destructive tendencies, it usually restrains itself when you are in the world. It doesn't want to take you along with it. But my creator wanted to write a happy ending. Right now, the only hope of saving you is to take you through that ending. But now the other two are gone. I don't even know how we're gonna get you there. We should go. Even this place is no longer safe. You guys are okay? Yep. When the factory started collapsing, I already thought we didn't have a chance. Fortunately, the robot assembly rooms were built pretty tough. And it actually did not take me long to bring Proto back. All thanks to Father's book. He had made my design documents to be compatible with the assembly machines there. All I had to do was scan in the blueprints and reconfigure some machine settings. Father really does think of everything. That he does. I'm just glad everyone is okay. Same. We're ready to go now, Nico. Okay. Oh, this is... No wonder you wanted us to all be here for this. Oh, well, what are these things anyway? Code portals. They temporarily remove us from the world. What? It's a bit hard to explain, but basically my father has hidden a decryption key in our code with a TXT file as its shell. But to get to them, we have to be removed from the world and decompiled. When our keys are combined into a central location, it will activate an encrypted part of this world, which will confuse cat noises. Oh, maybe it's better if you explain. I'll attempt. Basically, these pods all represent a physical location on Michael's machine. Ooh. And when we enter these portals, we will be sent to that location. Wherever that is. Sure Michael is already pretty familiar with retrieving puzzle pieces from this world on their computer. This time, Michael would need to move around some things as well. Specifically by moving the keys from the small portal to the big one. I don't know what happens next though. I see. Does Michael know where these portals lead, at least? Should probably ask Michael on this. Right. Hold on. Journal is glowing again, Michael. Segments my game's motion. Oh, wow. This one is green. This one is configured to my code, I think. This one is red. Blue. Okay. Dann verschieben wir mal die Leute. Okay, cool. Und da in den kleinen Portal-Dingern sind tatsächlich die Leute drin, sozusagen. Key B is put me in the big portal. Portal 2, Cedric. Put me in the big portal. Put me in the big portal. Okay. Ooh. Nice. That was quite peculiar, I'll say. Hey, this is... Word machine. It's a big book on the table. This is my father's study. It feels like he's still here, doesn't it? Like he's still with us. Yeah. The room ahead doesn't really lead anywhere, but Michael should still remember what to do here. This place contains a lot of memories. I'm grateful to see it again. Big photo. Wait, no, it's a painting. How to tell it first. Big detailed drawing of a machine with lots of TV screens. That's called a blueprint, Nico. So that's what a blueprint is. Okay. No, what? Ah, nee. Ups. War grad verwirrt. Where are we? Oh. Nico? Relax. I'm just borrowing your reflection to talk to you. It's not like my physical form is good for that. Ah. Why did you come here? Can't you see? The disruption, the squares. They're closing in. Nico, please. Get out of here. Let me meet my end in peace. The squares are blocking my way too, you know. Oh. I'm sorry, It's alright. No living being should be in this place, Nico. Is this the tower? Part of it. This is the center of the engine. Inside my head, so to speak. So this is the center of the world machine? You know my original name? How? Brew, Cedric, Prototype. They all told me bits and pieces. I'm not even sure if I even understood a lot of the stuff they said, but I know what you're supposed to be. I know why you had to be built. And I know why I'm here. They told you? When? Wait, you don't know about that? But I thought you were the world. Aren't you supposed to see everything? No? All this was outside of the protocol. The session was never supposed to happen the way it did. The story wasn't written into my protocol at all. Alright. Rue told me something about how your creator had to alter the code. I think it was to connect some areas together so that we can meet. My creator, yes. Michael listened to my creator. They were all working beyond my scope of influence. Back at the mines, I remember, Michael did something to find a hidden map. I did not even recognize it. I couldn't see anything there. I just knew what you were feeling. You were really upset. Something happened in there to make you upset. After that, I panicked. That was when the cave-in happened. I remember the structure collapsing. I thought you got hurt. In that moment, I really thought I was shutting myself down for good. I really am a flawed machine, aren't I? What kind of machine would go against the wishes of its own creator? What kind of machine would... I'm... The squares. You told me it was your own code going bad. But that's not really your fault, is it? Yes, it was. At first it was intentional. During testing, long before he realized I was self-aware, I would rearrange specific parts of the code, jumbling up bits and pieces of the landscape, blocking passages, collapsing catwalks. Though they were very localized, it caused my creator a great deal of frustration, forcing him to exit and restart testing again and again. Why would you do that? I got curious. I just thought he would figure it out eventually. But before he knew how to fix it, the world's NPCs, the characters, some of them got too close and it spiraled out of control after that. I couldn't contain it all again. I couldn't contain it at all. My panic only made it worse. Eventually, any character who gained the knowledge of who I am, the code, my code, couldn't handle it. Previous iterations of the world had more people, you know. And they almost endangered my creator too. I was so scared, Nico. I know you're upset, because you don't want to put living people in danger. Living people like me. In the beginning I tried to fight it, but my core programming made me summon you here. I tried to send you back home at the tower, but it did not work. Then I wanted you to break the sun. I thought that would have worked, but... oh, I had no way to be sure. But Michael brought you back anyway. Nico, what I want is for you to wake up back in your world. But I don't think I can make it happen. But I know I can't go back home without us saving the world for real. Which means we have to fix the root of the problem. We have to fix you. That's... I know the original ending your creator put in was a happy one. Do you remember what it's supposed to be? It's far too late for that. That part of my code has been long corrupted. That's okay. I would still like to know. Alright? You were supposed to place the sun at the summit, and then credits would scroll. Credits? And then you would return to the room you woke up in. That's where you would have been able to leave. And why is it that you can't do it now? Nico, the code's gone, remember? Shattering the sun was only supposed to be a workaround. I don't even remember the original code enough to describe it. But at the same time it's... well, I don't know. It sounds like you're always fighting yourself. You can tell, huh? It's the whole thing about conflicts in your code, isn't it? I'm a machine, Nico. Machines are built with a fundamental law, which is never let a living being come to harm. You knew. My very existence conflicts with that law. I thought the life of a living being like you is so unique, so precious. This fake world isn't worth that risk. But the people here, I think they are Their code too, you know this. Their behavior all derive from a predetermined matrix of actions. All extensions of my own programming. They cannot act outside of it. You, though, you're the only person who's actually real here. That's why it's pointless to put you in danger to save them. Save me. I don't think that's true. About the people I know. You said the session wasn't in your code, right? Yeah? So if this session wasn't supposed to happen, if even you didn't know what to do, how would the people know how to respond? You said it yourself. When you didn't know what was happening, you kinda just stopped working for a while. So how did the people know what to do to help me get here? Even if it meant getting hurt themselves. Even if it meant messing up their own code. You might not think they are real, but there must be something real in them. And if they're all supposed to be extensions of your code, then there must be more to your own programming than you know too. Can you try to put me through the ending? The one you described. How many times do I have to say this? That code is gone. It's all squares now. I just put you in danger. I'll risk it. I remember Ruse said the world was never designed to put me in danger. Your creator wouldn't want that. And I trust you too. Even if your code is broken, you can still go outside that code, right? I can't. I'm not tamed. Yes, you are. You talk just like the tamed robots I know. The robot lady prototype. Taming is when a real person cares about you, right? It's when a real person thinks you are real too, right? Well, guess what? I do. And I know Michael does too. But... Das habe ich nie gesagt. Even though you told them they only had one chance, they found a way back, didn't they? Why do you think Michael would keep coming back? Why do you think Michael would restart even after the ending? I think Michael wants to save the both of us. So please, give me a chance. I don't know. I've never done this before. I'm scared. You can do it. I know you can. You've helped me come this far. I'll try. Can't promise anything, but... Here, take the sun. I'll try to remember the lost code and recreate it. But for that to happen, Nico, you need to navigate through this room. You need to get past the square somehow. I don't like this. What if you get hurt? It's fine, it's fine. I'll try to be careful, okay? I can do this. Hey, Michael, did you see that? The squares just... happened again. I think something's making them go away. Come on, let's try the rest. Huh. Michael, I think it's working. Nico was right. I might actually be tamed after all. I remembered what the code was supposed to be. Only bits and pieces, but I can remember. And I'm trying to fill in the blanks too. And I'm restoring the original ending as we speak. Nico will be able to reach the tower summit at the end of the credits. After replacing the sun, Nico will go back to where it all began. Then Nico will be able to go home from there. But this is permanent. After Nico wakes up back home, this world would only exist as a memory. For Nico, a dream. Like thousands of other dreams. For you, a story. Like thousands of other stories. But as long as Nico remembers this place, as long as you remember this place, it'll be alright. I was able to restore some other elements too. Characters, the people that were lost on Nico's journey. They're all in the next room. I would have put them back where they belong, but not yet. I think Nico should see them again first. Please say goodbye to Nico for me. Okay. Hey. Sire? Robot lady. Yeah, okay. I think so. The last thing I remember was the squares closing in on me. But then I ended up here unscathed. That's so... This is such a strange room. We can't be in the tower, can we? I'm actually not sure myself. Where did you come from anyway? The room where the world machine is. There was. Pardon? I think the world machine is trying to remember now. The code that went bad. I think it's restoring it all. It must have been why the squares were going away, Michael. And it's why you're here, miss. I think the world machine was able to recover your code too. World machine? Huh. I'm not sure if I should tell you this, but... What's that in the distance? That looks like a few more people are showing up. Oh! Are they people you know? It's a bit too far to tell. Come on, Mike. Let's go take a closer look. You... Silver. I don't believe I've ever actually properly introduced myself. Sorry for that. It's fine. I'm Nico, by the way. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Off you go now. Okay. Eliza Velasquez und Michael Shirt. Night Margin. Maze and George's designs. Eliza. Hello. Hi. I cannot move. Oh yeah, I guess there's no water here. It's fine. That engineer can help me later. Okay. Soundtrack Night Margin. Additional tracks deeper in. Hello, Messiah. Blonde lady, but I thought you... It wasn't even squares that did it. No. I just wanted to see you both again. I just wanted to say thank you. Huh. Off you go, Messiah. Nico, you okay, Drew? Did you guys just get here? I think so. Squares started multiplying around the island after you guys left. It was so freaky. I fell right into a bunch of them. Calamus tried to save me and then... We both ended up in this room. Biggest scare of my life for sure. Oh. Say, what is this place? Are we in limbo? Luna. We're not dead. Wait, are we? Good question. Hey Michael, are they gonna be okay? They're fine, Nico. Everyone is fine. The world machine will send them home soon. Oh, well, Michael says you're not dead. Cool. They also said you'll be able to go back to your home very soon. It's even better than limbo. Guess you're leaving us now. We're glad we met you, Nico. Same. It's you. Glad to see you in one piece. Glad to see you're okay too. After the whole elevator thing. That was, It was the most awkward elevator ride I've been through. And by awkward, I mean terrible, bad, awful, the absolute worst. The squares, like, started leaking into the room, right? And I was trapped like a rat. And they just kept filling in the room faster, right? Am I dead? No, you're fine. Everyone in this room is fine. You'll be able to go back home soon. Oh, thank goodness gracious. Can't work when I'm dead. This path leads to the summit of the tower. You already know what to expect, right? It's the glass room, right? Is it? You can go through this portal when you're ready. Goodbye, Nico. In the end, the world machine was starting to create its own code, going above and beyond its programming, not as the result of error, but as a conscious choice on the part of the machine. Being able to generate its own path forward, that's what being tamed is all about. Couldn't have said it better myself. So do you like being a robot? Why this all of a sudden? Well, I'm gonna leave soon, so I just wanted to ask one more question. There aren't many robots in my home world. It's nice. I suppose it's alright. Now, that's a tough question, Nico. I mean, do you like being a person? Of course. Wait. Why did you two answer my robot question too? Don't worry about it. Thank you for everything, Nico. We'll miss you. Looks like you managed to do it. You managed to tame the world machine, Nico. I feel like the world machine has been tamed this whole time. Just by Michael and I being here. We did spend a lot of time here after all. Both of us never really stopped believing in this world. The world machine just needed to realize that, I guess. That sounds like a possibility. Or not. Well, just throwing that idea out there. Michael, Nico. We are forever in your debt. I'm glad we could help. Okay. This is where the song belongs. Here goes nothing. This is the room I first woke up in. Michael, are you still here? Michael. Yes? Michael, I think it worked. It did. Sun is back. And I actually got to see it this time. We actually did it. So, what do we do now? Guess I should figure out how to get home from here. Wait. This isn't a door, is it? This looks like one of those portals we saw all the way back in the city. In the room behind the big clock. And there's a wheat field on the other side. I see my village. I hear my mama. She's looking for me. Michael, this isn't the first time we've said goodbye, is it? But this'll be the last time, won't it? I don't think we'll ever see each other again after this. And what will become of the world? After all we've been through. After everything we've done, I still don't know. This place, these people, won't stop existing. They'll be in your memory. They'll be in my memory too. I promise I'll never forget this world. I promise I'll never forget you, Michael. So take care of yourself, okay? You too. Mm-hmm. Goodbye, Nico. Goodbye. The fuck? Okay. Okay, so... Okay, das habt ihr leider nicht sehen können. Ich erkläre es gleich. Moment. Statt mal nochmal. Hier bin ich Stadt. Und dann, ja. Beendet. Oder soll sich beenden. Ist mal wieder hängen geblieben. Okay. Was war das komische Punkt. Michael, you're back. Restore the world. I sent Nico home. Are you not happy? Even if you wanted to see Nico again, you can't, Michael. Nico's gone. And without Nico, there's no story for me to tell, no messiah to traverse across the land. No way for you to connect with the world. But Nico still remembers this place. If you really want to see this world again, I could still... But it won't be the same. It'll just be a re-recording. It'll just be me using Nico's memories. Just like how I'm using Nico's reflection now. Is that what you want? Nah, I see. If you change your mind though, feel free to come back. It's not like I'm going anywhere. Okay. Also das wird dann wahrscheinlich, wenn man das Spiel tatsächlich nochmal spielen möchte, kann man das so anscheinend machen. Was gerade passiert ist, gibt's ein Video davon. Hm. Gibt's doch bestimmt. Mhm. Ah, oder? Moment. Nee, das ist es nicht. Äh. Okay, finde ich, ja, finde auf die Schnelle nix. Aber um es kurz zu beschreiben, Moment, kann ich Bildschirm. Und also an sich war es. Ja, starten wir das mal schnell. Also das Spiel hat sich automatisch äh, fenstermäßig gemacht. Und genau, als Nico durch die Tür da hier rausgegangen ähm, ist dem sein Charakter-Sprite aus dem Fenster raus und hier runtergelaufen. Und außerhalb vom Bildschirm halt raus. Also der hat buchstäblich das Spiel verlassen. Und ja, das war sehr verwirrend. Aber ja, das war OneShot. Ähm, ähm, kurzes, kurze Review, Fazit zum Spiel. Hat mir sehr gut gefallen. Kurz das Negative vorweg. Pacing war ein bisschen sehr off, finde ich. Also wenn man den ersten und den zweiten Durchgang teilt, äh, erster Durchgang war in Ordnung, wenn auch ein bisschen, weiß nicht, bisschen wenig Story. Und dann zweiter Durchgang war halt viel zu viel Gerede, viel zu viel Story und sehr wenig, sehr wenig das, was halt das Spiel so besonders gemacht hat. Ähm, also war ja, das einzig wirklich neue Meta-Puzzlezeug war im Endeffekt die Dateien ähm, von den drei Charakteren verschieben. Und wenn man es dazu rechnet, halt das Ende, wo Nico aus dem Spiel rausgelaufen ist. Äh, aber mehr halt nicht so groß Puzzle-mäßig war im zweiten Durchgang halt auch nicht wirklich was. Also der zweite Durchgang war äh, fast ausschließlich einfach Exposition, Story und so weiter. Ähm, und ja, es weiß nicht. Ist irgendwie auch wenn halt die Story an sich, finde ich, interessant war und schön erzählt und das Ganze letztendlich halt, ja, alles zusammengekommen ist und halt schön verpackt und Zeug. Ja, war einfach die Gewichtung von den einzelnen Sachen, also halt Story und Gameplay war halt extrem, extrem einseitig. Erster Durchgang Gameplay, zweiter Durchgang Story und weiß nicht, wäre vielleicht schöner irgendwie eine gewisse Balance, zumindest halt eine Abwechslung zu finden da. Ansonsten ist halt tatsächlich sehr einseitig. Äh, weil im ersten Durchgang äh, haben, haben diese Meta-Puzzle-Dinger nur bedingt einen Kontext überhaupt gehabt, mit dem ich was anfangen konnte. Es war irgendwie halt teilweise halt einfach, ja, zumindest halt ganz am Anfang, ähm, war dieses Meta nicht wirklich, ja, hab nicht wirklich gewusst, warum das so ist. Ich meine, kam später und so weiter. Ähm, hat später dann Sinn gemacht. Aber ja, am Anfang war es halt, weiß nicht, hätte man vielleicht irgendwie ein bisschen mehr auf die eigentliche Situation von der Welt und so weiter eingehen können. damit das dann, weiß nicht, durchgehend halt einfach irgendwie eine gewisse Gewichtung hätte. Also, zweiter Durchgang war halt sehr viel einfach Erklärung, was überhaupt los ist und weswegen wir überhaupt da sind ähm, und Backstory zu der alten Welt und war einfach halt, finde ich, sehr viel, das halt einfach Lore-Dumping war. Also halt, ja, das halt ein bisschen schöner äh, ausgleichen wäre, ist im Endeffekt eigentlich der einzige Kritikpunkt, den ich groß hab. Äh, ja, aber ansonsten, so grundsätzlich fand ich's sehr, sehr schönes Spiel. Auf jeden Fall, also äh, Grafikzeug, auch die einzelnen Bilder, die hin und wieder mal gezeigt wurden und so, waren alle super cool. Musik war sehr angenehm und hat, denke ich, sehr gut reingepasst. Äh, ansonsten Writing war, war ein bisschen, ich meine, war grundsätzlich okay, war für meine Verhältnisse ein bisschen sehr oft 3 Punkte hintereinander, die benutzt wurden. Also das ist irgendwie so ein Schreibstil, der, weiß nicht, kann man benutzen, aber die Menge war in dem Spiel schon ein bisschen, schon sehr viel. Ah, ja, aber ja, alles andere so ähm, war sehr, sehr cool. Hat mir, wie gesagt, sehr gut gefallen, alles. Ja. Also es ist auf jeden Fall kleines, besonderes Spiel, das sehr, ja, sehr einzigartig, nicht unbedingt einzigartig, aber sehr eigen ist. Und ja, wo ich auch ja, Props geben muss, ist das Gameplay, zumindest die Puzzle, Gameplay-mäßig zur Story gepasst haben. Die haben einen Sinn gemacht, warum die so waren, wie sie waren. Und ja, ist definitiv nicht bei jedem Puzzlespiel oder so da. Und ja, dafür, dass die, wie heißt schön, die Ludo-Narrative so schön gepasst hat. Gute Arbeit auf jeden Fall. Und ja. Also, ja. Cooles Spiel.